George Concepcion of Daily Tribune. Welcome to Wazzup, live on Facebook and YouTube. Today on the show, respected film, TV, and theater actor Bart Guingona. Bart, hi.
Hi, guys. It's great to be here. Thanks for inviting me. It's something. I'd love to talk to you about what we're going to discuss today. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, let's jump right in. You're very busy with this Creative Industries Philippines. Tell us about it.
Okay. Let me see. For the last, I don't know, maybe three administrations, we have always been dreaming, aspiring uh, for legislation that supports our creative industries.
Mhm.
And when we mean creative industries, it's not just the arts; it's also the allied industries. For example, in the live events industry, you also have allied industries like the technical providers, the audiovisual providers, the truckers, the caterers, and so on and so forth. Um, we have always tried to, you know, consolidate the sector and have it recognized as a sector.
Mhm.
Because as it is, if you're applying for a loan in the bank and you say you are, for example, a live events director, they like freak out, right? They say, we can't even begin to classify that.
Mhm.
But what we were trying to do, what we've always been trying to do, is to get it um, recognized as a sector. Luckily, we have a colleague, a theater colleague, who is in the Senate of the Venetia, and
Yes.
he put together this uh, creatives industries bill
Mhm.
uh, with consultation from all the stakeholders. It had been going on for many months, and he finally came to people like us in the private sector and asked, if we want to get this passed, can you help me? We said, of course. We've been trying to do this for a long time, and the reason we want to do it is, well, of course, it started off with the live events industry and the theater and even television losing all their work because of the pandemic.
Okay.
And then walang ayuda, because they couldn't even classify us, right?
Mhm.
So we were uh so we were looking for help, and then they finally came and said, we want help with this bill. And when we looked at it, it was not only a long-term solution to this whole problem of being the first hit in a crisis. It was also a, what can I say, uh, a visionary way of looking at the creatives industries as being a driver of the economy and of the entire country and the culture of the country. Much like the South Koreans have used their creative economy to drive, or rather, their creative industries to drive their economy. So that's where it started. So now we all got together. We're all different industries and different disciplines. People from, we showed a few pictures there here.
Dami ah.
Someone from
Oh, yeah.
fashion, yeah, from fashion,
Mhm.
from theater, from cinema, from music, and so on and so forth. Marami talaga. We all got together and we said, okay, let's lobby for this. Kasi para sa industriya natin to. Hindi lang sa industriya, sa sektor natin. Para naman ma-recognize tayo. Maging legitimate sa mata ng gobyerno at saka ng ating mamamayan.
There's
That's
Bart, there's one key word there. That's you want to be recognized as an economic sector, right?
yes.
Can you discuss the specifics of the bill? Like
Yeah.
how is it going to be directly beneficial to artists like you?
Okay. Once you are recognized as a sector, then the government starts opening doors for you. you become eligible for incentives, you become eligible for taxation incentives, for many other things, no, for grants, for access to government resources. For example, one of the things that we want to do in the bill is create creative hubs in urban areas. What does it mean?
Mhm.
Like the economic zones that create, for example, computer chips and so on and so forth. The creative zones will be um, a zone where you can create. For example, uh, there will be spaces for animators. There will be spaces for writers where you can interact with other fellow creatives and germinate new ideas and make them grow. But the government, you see, has to provide that. It cannot be the private sector. That's really difficult, right? So once you have a zone like that that's mandated and that's created, then you start to germinate ideas and cross pollinate, and people start to create things collectively, right? So it's really an exciting thing.
Sounds exciting talaga.
Yes. Well, that's just one of the things, no?
One
But,
of the
but there are
things lang
many
yun.
other things pa.
Okay, okay, naka-outline yun sa bill ni Toff.
Oo.
Anong status ng bill?
Now, okay, this is why we are in a rush, and that's why that's why we are embarking on a really kind of a noisy lobby.
Mhm.
Kasi sa lower house mukhang papasa na, no? Nasa second reading na yata. So mag third reading yan. Ang kulang na lang yung budget allocation yan, mga ganyan, no?
Mhm.
So medyo kampante na kami sa lower house. Mukhang papasa na eh.
Good.
Ang problema namin ang sa Senado.
Senado.
Kasi sa Senado, it hasn't even reached the floor. And out of the 24 senators, so far we have the buy-in of about 4 or 5. And to get it passed, we need 13.
Mhm.
Our problem is that by October, once people start filing for candidacy,
Mhm.
it gets thrown by the wayside. And we'll have to wait for the next Congress to take it up again. And as we've seen in the Soji bill, no, that was authored also by Toff, no,
Okay.
as we've seen in the Soji bill, it was so near passing, but it was overtaken by the midterm elections. And then when the new Senate and the new lower house came together, had to start from scratch. And now it's by the wayside. Now there's no interest in this new Congress. So we don't want that to happen, which is why we are trying to create as much noise as we can.
Uh-huh. And that
Mm.
includes people like Lea Salonga and Ryan Cayabyab and all these celebrities
Yes, yes,
voicing
yes.
out their
Oo, nangangalampag na kami.
oh,
At saka hindi lang kaming mga behind the scenes, mga ganyan. I mean, just today I put up the art card of John Arcilla.
mhm.
Kahapon yung kay Jaime Fabregas. I mean, so on a daily basis there are new supporters. People who want to really see this come to fruition.
Mhm.
Because it's about time that we were looked on as a sector. Sabi ko nga, kung tingnan mo kung titignan mo ang halimbawa, ang agricultural sector. Alam mo, binibigyan ng kahalagahan yung sector na yan, including all its allied industries. Dahil pagkain yan ng bayan. Diba? So
Mhm.
you have trucking, pesticides, fertilizers, and what have you, all the allied industries, the chicken industry, the hog racing, the whatever industry, that sector is given value.
Yes.
So why isn't the creative sector given value when in fact it has the potential not just to feed us, we stakeholders, but and to feed the souls of the country, but to actually bring income from abroad. As we've seen again, like I said, in South Korea, it has not only brought prestige to their country, it has also it has also made their culture universally adored. I mean, BTS, Gangnam
Yes.
Style,
It's a global
that
phenomenon.
yes, global phenomenon. I mean, Parasite. Those were not, by the way, those were not accidents.
Uh-huh.
Those were planned
Plinano
carefully.
talaga, no? Over a
Oh, by
long
the
period
by
of
the
time.
Korean government.
Oh,
Even their cosmetics, their everything Korean has been pushed by their government to conquer the world. Soft power ang tawag nga
soft
niyan.
power. Yeah, yeah.
Oo. So, ang sabi ko nga tayo, we are so talented, no? I mean, you go anywhere in the world, in any um, kahit sa liblib, no? Pupunta ka sa hotel sa isang probinsya sa Romania, may Pinoy band, may kumakanta. I mean, I met a Filipino while I was in Romania.
Romania.
He lives in Brasov and he does cruise ships.
Uh-huh.
So everywhere in the world, may Pinoy sa bawat bar. Sabi ko, bago mo bigyan ng TESDA license yan, dapat tinuruan ninyong kumanta ng 3-minute song tungkol sa Pilipinas. Di ba napaka-powerful niyan?
Tama.
Dapat, oo, binigyan nyo ng spiel about our country. Kasi hindi nag-iisip na kaya ng creative forces na isulong ang ating kultura at ang ating bansa. Yun ang It's a wasted opportunity, in other words.
All right. We'll continue the discussion with Bart Guingona on Creative Industries Philippines after the short break.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Pababakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination. Pababakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public
Viber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Viber now.
Welcome back to What's Up with Poch Concepcion of Daily Tribune. Talking to Bart Guingona and Creative Industries Philippines. It's a bill pending in Congress. Once it becomes a law, it will benefit over 50 sectors of
Yes.
the creative industry. Sige, Bart.
Yeah, about 54 sectors, no? And including the the freelancers, and there are a lot of freelance creatives, by the way, including them. That's about 4.3 million
People?
stakeholders.
Wow.
Oh, so it's really quite a bit. You know, the last time that they took a survey, the creative industries contributed something like 7% of the GDP, but that was in 2010. So now we are looking like if you look that was 11 years ago. Siguro ngayon mga 11% na ng ano ng 11% na siguro nung ating
Population?
nung ating GDP. Oo,
Okay.
ng ating GDP ay
GDP, sorry.
galing creative industries, no? So, yan yung fashion,
Mhm.
yung furniture, yung furniture design and furniture construction, yung television,
Yeah.
movies, music, and so on and so forth. So
Including,
malaki-laki.
malaki talaga.
It's really
Oo,
big. Yes,
oo.
it's a very big potential, no?
Okay.
And it hasn't been tapped properly. And that's yun yung nakakapanghinayang.
Okay. I'm sure nakakausap niyo si Toph, no? Anong projection
Sure.
niya? How long will it take before Senate,
Okay, we are looking, no, if this gets passed, the aim is to be the #1 creative industry in ASEAN by 2030. Okay, so that's 9 years from now. By
Okay.
2030, ASEAN. But knowing how aggressive our creative industry workers are, it could be sooner than that.
Okay.
So ayun, all we need is just a little nudge in the right direction by the government.
Okay. Which Korea did, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
And it goes way back eh. I was reading the history of soft power in Korea. Ano pa sa after the war. I mean the Korean War. Yeah.
Right
that
after
true?
the Korean War, they were not allowed, or rather they were discouraged from strengthening their military. They decided, okay, kung hindi natin makonquer ang mundo militarily, gawin natin through soft power, no? Gawin natin sa kultura natin. So yung discipline nila in-apply nila doon sa kanilang creative industries. Tapos nilagay nila ang resources doon. Tapos yung training. Kaya ganun. Kaya naging it became really a powerhouse worldwide. And that wasn't by accident. That was planned. It was pushed forward. It was it was their patriotism was poured into their own culture.
Right. Everybody got into the act eh. Parang ganun. Kasi nga
Yes,
government mandated. Oo.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Bart, in the meantime, how are actors like you surviving the pandemic?
Good question. Luckily, I've been doing a couple of guestings in TV shows recently, and I have also been lucky because I do have other concerns. No? For example, I'm putting together the Philippine Day for the Dubai World Expo next year, which is keeping me really busy.
Okay.
So at least I'm one of the lucky ones in that sense.
Audio. Wala siya.
And some of them are really good, but they're not finding enough employment to keep them occupied as much as they should be. and I feel bad for them, you know. And I was lucky, like I said, I I, I just came from abroad and did a Romanian movie with
Yes.
Sullivan Cruz
Mhm.
and Noel Santo Domingo. And that took up like almost 3 months of this year. So maswerte pa rin ako. So I mean, I can't. It could be better, but I'm not gonna complain because it could be much worse. You know. So but like I said, alam mo, marami sa kachokaran natin sa industriya ay nangangailangan.
Totoo 'yan. Oo.
Oo. Oo. Pero hindi lang naman sa industriya namin. Tignan mo yung transportation sector, yung mga jeepney driver,
Yes.
yung mga yung mga sa retail. Kawawa yung mga may-ari ng mga tindahan sa sabihin mo na sa mall. Kailangan nila magbayad ng renta. 'Di ba?
Yeah. Especially
Elektrisidad.
now. Yeah.
Oo.
I think it's 150 billion
Hard.
is lost in the economy. I mean, the economy is losing billions
I know.
in this
I know.
lockdown.
Yeah. So it's really this is not a laughing matter, this whole thing. So I just wish that finally we could get over this pandemic. I mean, we are only at something like 11% vaccinated, and to get herd immunity, we need 75 to 80%. So it's a long way. It's so
It's so long.
disheartening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
It's so
Ayun.
disheartening. Sana ngayon, ang gusto nila, I think, is to try to get Metro Manila herd immunized first.
First.
Oo. Kasi dito naman ang pinaka-populous.
Yeah.
At saka, totoo lang, yung mga nagkakaroon sa probinsya, abay, galing sa Metro Manila. Alam mo, lumipad sila doon, galing dito. So, problema talaga yun. I don't know. It's just, I don't have the answers. I mean, I can keep complaining, but there's nothing that will achieve.
Okay. All right.
That will achieve anything, right? So, just have to be philosophical about it.
Okay. Para ma-inspire naman yung mga nanonood, kwento mo nga, how did you become an actor? Why? What
maraming hindi nakakaalam na I was a UP economics major. I was a graduate of the UP School of Economics.
Okay.
And I had applied for UP Law. I passed, but I said I would defer it for a year. And then nakatikim na ako ng income. Abay, ayoko na bumalik sa eskwela. Tapos, na-realize ko, nakaupo ako on my desk 8 hours a day. And I realized I was it wasn't in my personality. So, sumali ako ng theater group, no? Repertory Philippines at the time.
Sa rep agad, hindi sa UP. Sa rep.
Sa UP.
Sa
Sa
UP.
UP, nag-ano na ako.
Okay.
President ako ng UP Economic Society, pero at the same time, I was starring in Dula ng UP. So you could do that in school. But in real life, it's hard because you have an 8-hour job and then you have a 4-hour rehearsal. Ano matitira na lang sa araw mo, di ba? So I would rush from my work to my theater work in the evening. Nakatay pa ako noon at saka may dala-dala pa akong attaché case. Pinagtatawan na ako ng mga artista noon. Sabi ni Tiko, mukhang dork. Sino ba to? Pero I found myself enjoying my extracurricular rather than my day job because being an artist requires certain things of you, which I found very fulfilling. It requires you to get in touch with yourself, to be self-aware. It requires you to trust your instincts, to express yourself, you know, wholly and truthfully, and and I found out that that's what I wanted. I wanted a place where I didn't have to compromise. Ang compromise lang talaga, walang pera dun.
Okay.
That's the only compromise. But apart from that, you know, I mean, you're able to do it with, you know, buong buo ang puso mo, buong buo ang soul mo, buong buo ang kaisipan mo. You know, that's really beautiful. Whereas when I was crunching numbers, I had to keep looking at what am I doing this for? Oh, sige na nga, this is for the fishermen. Oh, na, sige, this is for the cut flower. No, because I was working in a place where I was doing project studies for cut flowers, for fishermen, fish trading, for coffee trading, all these things. So I keep thinking, you know, it's one step removed from the people you're benefiting. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
you survived
I don't
and
know.
you even formed your own company, di ba?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What has been the
Yeah.
experience like?
You know, it hasn't always been easy. Like I said, in our country kasi, tinitingala yung mga artista, no? Wow, artista yan. But at the same time, no one's willing to pay you. You know, they'll say, Oy, libre naman, kanta ka rito. O, ganyan. You know, everyone wants a freebie from you. They don't see any value in your work. They just appreciate that you are, you know, a minor celebrity or a big celebrity, but they don't see any kind of economic value. So, I mean, it's just so weird, you know, that whole idea, no? But, that being said, I loved it because, let's face it, being an artist for me is the path of least compromise. You know, there's, you know, you do it with your heart and soul, and there's very little compromise. It's truthful. You just have to be truthful. I mean, I don't know how to explain. As a matter of fact, if I could explain it, I wouldn't be an artist. I mean, I wouldn't be acting or, you know, writing or whatever I do. I mean, I'd be just lecturing in a classroom. But no, I mean, I can't understand it totally either. But I know it makes sense to me. So, yun.
Okay, we'll be back with Bart Guingona after this short break.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Babakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination, babakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public service
Iba ng panahon, dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang magbayad, bigger, better na. You can buy it to centers, pati sa mga partners may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still phone remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan.
With Globe, our steps can lead us to millions of doors opening, millions of paths unfolding, and millions of reasons to keep going. Now's the time to be with a network that gets better every day for you.
welcome back to Wazzup on Daily Tribune with Bart Guingona. Bart,
Yeah.
kwento mo yung you just got back from some time ago, a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
You shot
from
this
Romania
film.
and Greece.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. You shot this film titled To the North with Soliman Cruz and
that's right.
Noel Santo Domingo.
That's right.
Paano ka na-cast?
Noel Santo Domingo.
Yes.
That's right.
How are you cast in the film?
The director who, who is, well, he's a really good guy, by the way. He's sa palagay ko may pagkahenyo, alam mo, ang galing niya. But he discovered us watching Lav Diaz movies in the festivals.
Okay.
So he saw Norte, and then he saw both Soliman and I think Noel Santo Domingo there. And then I think, I'm not sure which movie he saw me in, but I think it might have been Panahon ng Mga Halimaw. And anyway, it's through the Lav Diaz movies that he discovered us. And then one day I get a message request on FB
Okay.
asking me, if I'm available to shoot for this movie. And I'm thinking, ano ba to? Prank ba to? Prank? And then I looked him up, and then I said, oh, this looks legit. No? So I got back to them. And, that happened about 3 or 4 years ago. 4 years ago. It just kept getting moved because they were putting together the funding. Luckily, he put it in again. Just to show the state put together they have grants that they give to screenplays, and he won for his script. He won a big government grant.
Romania.
And because so that was the seed money, and because of that grant, he was able to go to France, to Czechoslovakia, to Greece, and to Bulgaria, and get additional funding from those countries. So it's 5 countries that are co-producing it. So I mean, it was a really great experience. By the way, I enjoyed the film. I loved that it's a foreign movie, pero bida mga Pinoy. And the original script was sent to me in English. And then when they sent me the shooting script, nagulat ako, sabi ko, ang galing naman ito. Ang galing ng pagkakasalin ng mga linya namin. Turns out there's a Pinay in Greece who did it for them. No?
Okay.
And who's wonderful. Sabi ko, napaka-poetic ng kanyang lengguwahe. Galing. So the movie itself has like 3 or 4 different languages. So you're going to have to learn how to read subtitles. We speak in Tagalog, of course. But once we speak to our bosses who are Taiwanese, we break into English.
Okay.
Into broken English.
Okay. Okay, mapapanood ba natin to? Sana naman. Kailan kaya natin mapapanood?
Oo, hindi. Ang nakakatawa noon, ang gusto nilang i-premiere kasi one of the co-producers is France. Gusto nilang i-premiere sa Cannes Film Festival. Pero ang Greece, who is another co-producer, is reviving its film industry by having an Athens Film Festival. So gusto nila doon naman ang premiere. So medyo nagko-compete yung dalawa kung sino ang magpe-premiere. And if it's in Cannes, it's probably going to premiere next year pa ng June, I think. April, May or June. I'm not sure which one. Basta yun sa Cannes Film Festival.
Okay. I have one last question before...
That,
okay, go.
After that, it will probably come here.
Oh, great. We'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
You mentioned Lav Diaz. It was to Lav Diaz's films na napansin ka. Sadly, kukunti lang ang nakakapanood na Pilipino sa mga pelikula ni Lav, no? But what got you into ano? How did you join the cast of Love Diaz's films? And what can you say about him as a filmmaker?
Oh God, I love love. Nasa love team ako. Yeah. Diba? Sa love team. You know, ganito yon. Years and years ago, siguro mga, what, I'd say mga 15 years ago, I got a call and they wanted me for a part in Jeremias, which is a really long movie. And so I did it, and I realized I loved this process because he calls you to the screen, then he says, "This is your frame. Move within that." I said, "Wow, this is not only so. I mean, you know, because you like have a frame there, you have a stage, and you move as you feel." And I loved it because he'd explain it to you once and then let you do your thing. I love that. Then after that, he got me for Jesus Revolucionario for Regal Films.
Okay.
And then after Jesus Revolucionario, ano na, sunod-sunod na yun. I've done like maybe 11 Love Diaz movies.
Wow,
And,
love
you
team ka
know,
nga.
Oo nga, love team nga ako, love team.
Okay, okay. All right. We wish him luck. He's abroad right now, and
Yes.
okay. We hope to see more Love Diaz films.
He is, by the way, he has been made the chairman of a jury
Yes.
for a film festival.
Mm-hmm.
So exciting. I mean, the man is, you know, when you're abroad, he's a rock star.
Oh,
I
hi.
mean, all the film critics, all that, they all love him. And here, no one knows him.
Oh,
Hardly
hi.
anyone. I mean, the mainstream, it's so sad. It's really sad. Because tayo here, we're still very, very, very Hollywood.
Yeah, sadly.
We're very Netflix, and love is very movie.
Well, pag naging law na yung creative industries nyo, siguro
Oo.
naman, oo.
Oo
Kasama
naman.
si Love, oo. Okay,
Oo.
Bart, magkakatuwaan tayo. Let's play a little game.
Sure.
We'll flash pictures of people that you have
Okay.
worked with and describe them. Okay?
Patay tayo dyan. Okay. I'm going to try to be as diplomatic as possible. Ganun ba yun?
All right.
Okay.
Is Bart
Wonderful.
wonderful?
He is wonderful. Ang galing niya. You know, I've admired him, by the way, since his Beta Days, ha? Talagang bawa ko dyan. Ang galing-galing ng mama. Joel.
Lamangan.
Yeah, Joel Lamangan.
Talaga.
Wonderful.
Okay, nagkatrabaho na kayo.
Talagang-
Nagkatrabaho na kayo.
Yes.
Okay.
We worked together in a Love Diaz movie. Yung Ang Hupa.
Okay.
Yes. Galing.
All right.
Galing. Mm-mm.
Kasi teatro din.
Oo. Hindi, talagang I saw him in Galileo. Pucha. I fell off my seat. Sabi ko, sino ang mamang to?
Okay.
Genius.
Mhm.
At saka, hindi lang yan. Genius na patriot. Kasi his heart's in the right place.
Oo, oo.
So,
Ang mga pelikula niya laging may ng history ng Philippines, no?
Oo. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Ano siya? Makabayan.
Makabayan.
Very. You know, I directed him long ago. The word I would say is, but I used this already for Joel, but he's extremely talented also.
Mhm.
Very. He's not only extremely talented, he's very humble. I love this woman. She is instinctive.
Uh-huh.
She just acts from her heart. Talagang talagang simpleng-simple. Napakagaling.
Hazel
that's
Lorenzo. Okay, the last one.
Pinky, oh my God, we grew up together. She She is, I would call her versatile. She can do anything from glam to tindera to a beggar to a matrona. She can do it all. She's really versatile.
All right. Before we wrap up, Bart,
Yeah.
what has being an artist done to your life? Although you've explained it a while ago.
Yeah.
How do you, in a nutshell?
In a nutshell, it's what can I say? It's fulfilled me. It's given meaning to my life, and it's made me a better, more truthful person.
Okay.
I know that
Parting
sounds-
words. Parting words for lawmakers might be watching us.
Yes, please. This is long in coming. The challenge is for you to finally use the creative industries to move this country forward. It is a resource that is waiting to be tapped. It is a resource that can bring this country to places it has never been before. So please do your patriotic duty and use the creative industries to move us all forward. Fingers crossed.
Thank you very much, Bart Guingona, an artist who cares about the country. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys.
This has
Thanks
been-
for having me.
All right. We'll see you next week, next Tuesday on What's Up. Thank you.